If you still bedwet or you know someone that bedwets, either your cousin, your sister, your friend, send this video to that person. Or if you're the one, watch this video till the end. Hi loves, my name is Ella Wanito and you're welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber here, thank you very much for joining. And if you're an old subscriber, my G, thank you for staying here with me. So today I'm going to be sharing a very sensitive topic. I call it sensitive because this is a topic this is something I have gone through, this is something I have faced, this is something I've fought my way through, and I am here to really help you guys fight your way through it as well. This particular thing affects the emotions, it gives psychological trauma, it causes low self-esteem. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do things your mate does because of this particular issue. In fact, it is a very big issue that people cannot even come out to tell the next person. But I'm here now to tell my own story and to also help those that are going through this particular thing. So let's get right into the video. So like I said before, my name is Ella Wanito and I am a lifestyle content creator and, as you can see, also a YouTuber. So one of the things I faced growing up that really killed my self-esteem was nocturnal enuresis, popularly known as bedwetting. This story is going to be very long, but I'm going to try my best to make a part 2 of it if this gets extremely long. Okay guys, so I grew up in a family of 5 children plus my parents, and maybe if we have like cousins, aunties, uncles coming around, so you can imagine how full the house is going to be. And for someone that is a girl child that you know what we see on a monthly basis and still bedwets, it was a very big challenge to me first of all, and then my family. In fact, it turned to a prayer point at some point. I bedwetted until university. And a lot of you are going to start asking yourself questions. How did I go about it? Don't worry, I'm going to be telling you guys everything in this video. So kindly subscribe if you've not subscribed, like this video, share this video, save this video for that person you think might need it. Okay, so growing up, I have 2 younger siblings. I'm the 3rd child, which is the middle child. So I have 2 younger siblings, and I gave quite a gap to our last born, so that makes me a big sister, So growing up, I was bedwetting, and my parents felt like it was a very normal thing. Now children sleep and bedwet, they wear pampers. But I got to age 5 and I was still bedwetting, and then my parents were like, why is it like this? Because at that point my younger sister had stopped bedwetting, so I was the only one bedwetting at the point. So it turned to like a very big reason, it turned to something of concern. We still thought, okay, maybe because of the whole children something, okay, maybe it's just she stressed herself during the day and then so they were still thinking it was all that. I still got to 10 and I was still bedwetting, and at this point our last born had come and had stopped bedwetting. So it became very terrible, because at that point I was like, okay, thank God I am somebody. I'm not the only one bedwetting now. At least I have a partner in bedwetting, which is our last born. But then he stopped bedwetting. I was now saying, what kind of problem is this? And when a girl starts getting to that age, she's starting to she's starting to see her monthly cycle and everything. And imagine bedwetting during your monthly flow. You guys will not be able to really relate to this, and I'm telling you, unless for those people that bedwet. And the sad part of this thing was, sorry, this light. Okay, so I think Nepa just decided to show us mercy. As you can see, the video looks brighter. Okay, back to my story. So the sad part of this thing was that I was the only one bedwetting at that point. So it really, I couldn't really say much in the house. I couldn't really contribute to a lot of things. I couldn't go out with my family. Maybe okay, let's go and see your auntie. Maybe your auntie at Benin. Let's go and see your auntie at Benin. I'm only going to stay for 2 days, Friday, Saturday. Oh yeah, now who will stay with Ella in the house? God. And I'll not have mouth. I'll not be able to talk. Why? Because I knew I was bedwetting, and they wouldn't want me to go to someone's house now and mess it up. Okay, so that really made me not talk a lot. In fact, I remember sometimes my mom will always say, You go out, go and play with your mates, go out, go and play with kids like you. Because I always used to feel bad. I just feel like I know that when they just call me, and you know how people feel towards body shaming, that is how I felt. Exactly how I felt. I felt like, God, when am I going to stop this? What if I don't stop this ever and then I have kids? How is it going to be like? How, like, there's nothing I did not think of, even at that small age. God, I was thinking a lot. Fast forward to when my mom started praying. Like, we started, like, when we knew that it was okay, this is out of hand, she's growing, you know, it is not good. Even hygienically, it is not good. It is not healthy at all. To be perceiving urine like that is not healthy. And the worst part of it is that I did not just pee at night. Even if I sleep in the afternoon, I will still wet the bed. Like, I'm still going to wet the bed. So it was very bad. It's as if as I was progressing, it became worse. Like, if I used to pee twice or once at night at that early time, as I was progressing, I started peeing like 3 times in a row at night, 2 times at night. So it became very, very bad. That was when we now started saying, okay, we need to take this to the other we need to take this like above, be careful. So first of all, my dad had to open up to one of his colleagues that time. So his colleague, you know, all these people that deal with like herbal stuff, you know. So my dad knew that he used to do herbal things a lot. So he was like, okay, since we have gone to the hospital. Oh, I didn't even tell you, we had gone to the hospital earlier on. We checked my bladder, we checked anything that could possibly cause it, but everything was okay, everything was fine. So I was now saying, am I caused? You know, at some point I was even asking, did they cause you? That did you do anything to anybody? Mom, did you do anything to anybody that they caused you? Like, I know I was so young, so I don't even know how all those things got into my head, because I was just looking for a remedy. I was just looking for a way out of the mess that I was into. Like, it was so terrible, you guys. I don't know how to explain this thing to you, but it was so terrible. Imagine your mates going for, I don't know if you guys attend churches that go for camp. That was the worst. I couldn't go for any of my church camp. Like, I couldn't go for church camp because of bedwetting. Nocturnal enuresis made me not to go for church camp. I was always like, I was more like, I felt sidelined, kinda. So it was just my mom that was really helping me. God will bless that woman in this life. My mom was helping me. She was always talking to me. She was always saying, when you sleep, how do you feel? You know, she was trying to put herself in my shoes, trying to tell me that don't worry, it's going to stop. Anything, I should just let her know. Anyway, anything I think of that I could do, I should let her know. She was going to help me. It was my mom that was always waking up at night to wake me up. And then I'll become very sad when she comes to wake me up and I've already messed up myself. Like, I remember, it's always very sad. Imagine using that sleepy eye. Ella, wake up, and then the next thing you see that she'll just what's the point now? Like, I felt that tiredness. I felt her reaction to me already bedwetting. So it even made me say, I was not like, God, what was this kind of thing? What is this kind? I was always crying. And one thing bedwetting causes is odor. So I started like that foul smell, and I'm somebody that my nose is very active. Like, my nose is very active. So I was perceiving it. I was not like, you know, before, when I wake up and I know that, oh, I've messed myself up, I'll just go and wash up, clean everything, you know, that kind of thing. Even at some point, how many this thing did I use? What's that thing? Macintosh. How many Macintosh did I use? Uncountable. I can't even remember. can't remember how many I used, because I can remember how many we've thrown away, even how many beds we've thrown away, how many beds I spoiled. So when I use sometimes and the pee is always very much. Who have noticed this? The pee is always very much. When I pee, so now roll down, go somewhere else. How could I go very tired? And that Macintosh always make you sweat at night. But I had to endure. Like, there were a lot of things I endured, you guys. So if you are going through this thing, I totally understand you, and I'm going to be telling you guys ways to deal with it. But first of all, let me finish sharing my story. Okay, so that was how it went. And time goes really fast. Days, weeks, months. I was still bedwetting, and every single day, if I don't bedwet a day, just know that maybe it's once in 2 months I don't bedwet, and that day will be the happiest day of my life. It'll be like it's my birthday. It'll be like we're having one celebration, even to the extent that when I don't bedwet any day, my parents will always buy me something to get. So I feel very special that day, and that day I'll have mountain. Everybody in the house will know that they always treat me like a queen that day, because they'll be like, oh my god, thank god she don't bedwet today, let's see if she'll bedwet tomorrow, you know, that kind of thing. So everybody was very happy any day I did not bedwet, you guys. So then when I now bedwet the next day, back to sadness. So I'll be like, sadness activated. So that was how it had been. It had been until, okay, I told you guys I went to the hospital. I did all those checkup and all those things, and I was totally fine. So they were like, maybe it's genetic, or maybe I just have to leave it to go on its own. So, and I was getting older, so my mom was really, it disturbed my mom a lot. It disturbed my parents a lot. So my dad had to go meet his friend, no, his colleague rather, and asked his colleague, hey, is there any herbal thing I can do? See my daughter bedwets and all. So his colleague was like, okay, that she should pound, I've forgotten the yam. Is it this yam they call 3-leaf yam? I should pound it. Also, you know, in this coconut, there's this thing inside coconut. There are tiny seeds inside coconut. Do you know that my parents would buy like plenty coconuts, and then we start removing those seeds one by one? My mom was always helping me do that. Start removing those. I was also doing it as well. Start removing those seeds one by one. Anywhere we go to and we see coconuts, we always buy, and my siblings will remove the seeds and bring it to the house and come and give me. So taking all those things, it did not still go, and that seed is very tangy. Like it has one very sour taste. So I still took it. There's this leaf the man also suggested my dad give me. Like, I took the leaf, I took the extract. There's nothing I did not do, and I was still bedwetting. It's as if it was even getting worse. So my mom was now going spiritually. This is the funny part. So my mom was now like, that we need to really pray about this thing, that it might be spiritual, the spiritual controls the physical. You know how mothers talk now, and plus she was really disturbed. She didn't know what to do again. She had tried her best. To be very honest, I'm not even saying every single thing that happened. Is it beating? My parents are not so much of a beating, we didn't grow up in that kind of environment where they just beat you anyhow, no. So for that particular reason, they had to beat me. So anytime my bed was in the night, the next thing, bam, this slap I'll receive. And I was always a very deep sleeper. I used to sleep deep, so they could carry me from the parlor. Maybe I'll sleep off in the parlor. They would carry me from the parlor to the room. I remember that time. There was a time I was on the, these parlor chairs that was not rubber, like, that was like material, like we used to use it that time. So I'll maybe lie down in the parlor chair. You know how as a child now you might just sleep off anywhere. I'll lie down there and I'll sleep off, and then the next thing I'll pee. Next thing, slap. I remember that very day. It was one day like that. My mom now came and beat me, and that day they were expecting visitors. So, and that chair was like, this long seats now. That was like a visitor's chair. God, they were expecting visitors. I was like, what did she do? So she now had to start cleaning, carrying it out, all those kind of things. And me on the other hand now, what will I do than to cry? Even sometimes when they beat me in my sleep, I will not even know they beat me because of how deep I used to sleep. Okay guys, so I think this video is getting really long, so part two.